break continuity to almost Superboy Prime levels. Last week, we talked about a game called Fake Colors and how it was way too expensive for a crappy little puzzle game. So the makers of it sent us an email and said, you should at least give it a fair shot before you pass judgment on it. And they sent us 4 keys. So here we are. We're reviewing Fake Colors by Forthright Entertainment and Beyond Limit Games. It is a Unity game. Of course, you'll be able to figure that out once you start the game and you get the Unity configuration window, oh doom. And it's $9.91 now, because apparently they were able to get the price back. Back down. So what is it? Fake Colors is a 3D cube rolling puzzle game, which the player must move 3 colored blocks to their corresponding blah, 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 blah. So, they asked for it, so here it is. The Chairquisition! 1 chair means that it's shit. 2 chairs means that it's meh. 3 chairs means that it's pretty good. And 4 chairs means that it's IGN Doritos Mountain Dew Game of the Year material. And we also have our categories of Doom mixed with the working, shiny sounds, controls, and fun. So let's kick off our fake review of Fake Colors with some fake commentary. Does it make with the working, Vin?
Hi, Fake Vin Stone here. I'm reporting live from L.G.C. Actual. How does it run, you might ask, on a Ubuntu 1404 LTS octo-core 980 4K displayed box of business? Considering it's a Unity game, shock, it ran without issue. I'll give it the 4 chairs, Jaden.
Yeah, well, the game starts up. I mean, you do get the Unity window of Doom, but you set it to high, you set your resolution, and you're off to the races. 4 chairs.
Right.
All right. On the Amiga, using Core 21 with an FX 8370E and an GTX 970 Strix, it ran out of the box. Really, no complaints, except for the Unity window. So 4 chairs.
All right, so that's 4 chairs for mixed with the working, and then it goes downhill. Shiny and sounds, Ben.
Shiny and sounds.
Spoilers.
Apparently, the FERPs are locked at the 60s. I mean, it doesn't matter if I'm playing it at 4K, 2K in a window just to spite people, or 1080p full screen. I mean, it's always right at 60 FERPs, which you would expect a lot more coming from a 980. The menu and level select screens, they look like placeholder art. They don't. It's like something I would have came up with in Shockwave back in the late 90s. Basically, what you're looking at is cubes in a void. So, let's talk about that sleep-inducing soundtrack that makes me want to suck off a shotgun. Seriously, that would put Enya to sleep. What are you trying to do, man? Really make me want to chase the dragon? So, for all that noise, I'm going to give it 2 chairs because it's not completely busted, and the shiny shine and the sounds, shotgun. Hashtag log cabin.
Well, I mean, what you don't expect games like this to look good. I said the same thing about Geometry Wars. You're not buying this game for the graphics. You're buying it for the gameplay. So as far as how the game looks, it's as you would expect. So it doesn't get any points for that. As for the sounds, it's certainly a lot of beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop that I eventually just tuned out from my skills of working as a janitor in the gas station and tuning out all the stupid radio music. So I can't really comment on that. Besides the fact that they're there, it's not ass horrible looking and you can actually see what the hell's going on. So I can't give it 1 chair, but I'll give it 2 chairs.
Yeah, you guys pretty much already mentioned just about everything there was to be said regarding the shiny and sounds for this game. And all I'll say is, oh, hey, you want graphics options? Nope. There's the Unity pop-up. That's as far as graphics customization goes.
What video
you get to choose a
options,
resolution, and that's it. Nothing else. So 2 chairs for me.
2 chairs for shiny and sounds. Up next is controls. Then, did you feel like you were in control?
Controls. Oh, right. Now, they're on their page. We'll scroll up here. And it clearly says, partial controller support. I don't know. Apparently that only works with the original Atari joystick, because fuck all, they're not there under Linux. And, Brad, it's 2015. there's no option to rebind keys. And you dropped chicken bones and dropped them on your keyboard organizer. That's the layout wherever they land. Because fuck you, that's why. They make no logical sense whatsoever. And your one step, turn at a time, camera is bad, and you should feel bad for making it. Seriously. Just like a middle mouse click or something to rotate would have added an entire extra chair for that controls. But this one time, you constantly have to be tapping a button, doing that. Oh, and you timed. Yes, that's also brilliant. So, fuck your non-controlling game. One chair. J-Man.
Oh, this game desperately needs controller support. That might have actually, saved it a little. But it doesn't, so it doesn't. The default key mapping is all over the place. Use WASD to move the blocks around. You use N to switch which block you're using. You use E and R to rotate the camera, and you use the mouse for something, but I don't recall what. So there's your problem right there. It's a timed puzzle game, and your keyboard layout rivals Dead Island in just sheer fucked up. I mean, you don't even need to apply that much thought to come up with a better control scheme. Space switches the blocks. Q and E. Move the camera, and WASD move the block. It's all within your one hand's reach right here if you're a righty. And if you're a lefty, I don't care. You can go die in a fire. And yeah, Pedro. Hell, you can even adjust it so that you use the page home up, page down buttons. Who the hell cares? The fact of the matter is, you clearly didn't think out this control scheme. I actually agree with Ben. You probably use like chicken bones, or you like cut your finger and you like waved your hand, and wherever the blood dropped, that's what your keys were. I don't freaking know. I can't give it one chair because the controls actually do work. Again, so 2 chairs. Ugh.
Yeah, here's the thing. I've been the one person in this podcast, being left-handed and not symmetrically
you look like little toes.
handed. Yeah, it's 2015 now. Can we please allow people to rebind keys? It's not that hard. I know for a fact that the Unity pop-up allows for some rebinding, so why not integrate that? The UI, keys aside, the UI was very clearly designed for a touchscreen. It's really not what you want to see. Well,
that's the one time you can use your mouse.
But that's really not what you want to see when you're using a mouse and keyboard. I mean, Microsoft kind of learned that lesson, releasing Windows 8 and having the PC market plummet by around 60% just overnight. So when will indie game devs learn that they're going to port their shitty Android, iOS games over to PC, Linux, whatever? They need proper keys. One chair.
But Pedro, that requires effort and development, and as you know, people who program games for a living just hate typing code. That's one chair for control. And finally, fun. Now, Ven, you have quite the little tirade, so I'm just going to let you go into this.
Well, honestly, how can I have fun with a game that you have so little confidence in? Seriously, put on your detective hats, gumshoes, and let's take a trip, because I noticed that you got a 9 out of 10 from GameSpot, and I know your development company could not afford such a score. Yeah, I just went there. Now let's enter our guy. I want to call him Razonin.
Razonian, yes.
Because I saw this on the Steam page, one of the best puzzle games since Tetris, GameSpot. I was like, you say. I go over to GameSpot. No, not from GameSpot. Somebody reviewed it. It's Razonin. Type that, 2 post, 2 following. Okay. Let's see if there's more reviews. Over here on the indies. Well, here's Razonin. Wow, Fake Colors is really impressive. I like puzzle games. I'm shocked at how the depth of puzzle games have. And we're wondering, who is our international man of mystery? Well,
is it James Bond?
Nope. Let's go over right to Forthright Entertainment. That would be the person who updates the news on their website, Brad. That's exactly who that person is. You done goofed.
Damn, they didn't even like put effort to
You got
disguise that.
caught.
did they?
That pissed me off more than anything else. I mean, if you're going to publish, I can already feel you typing. But Vin, indie developers always do. No, they don't, Brad. Bad ones, shitty ones do, and I know personally more indie developers than you fucking do. I guarantee it. You're phony, man. I mean, seriously, how can I have fun with your game when you don't even believe in it? Boom, one chair.
All right. So puzzle games can challenge and harden the mind. They can force you to think about problems from new and exciting angles. They can actually make you smarter and can help fight off Alzheimer's even. This game does not do this. This bores me. I played 7 whole minutes of this game when we first got the keys. I put it down and I
Yeah, we
barely
both got
had-
fucked up, and we were like, "What is this about?" We were just chatting.
No, so we had this conversation, and so you start the first level, and this giant wall of text walks over, and I start reading it, and Ben's like, "Yeah," and about that point, my eyes just glazed over, and I'm like, "Yeah." The instructions are written so poorly. I mean, once you start playing around with the game, it eventually makes sense. But the instructions are just so poorly worded. They don't do a good job of teaching you the game. For an example, walking you through a level so that you can experience for yourself. You build the muscle memory, you get an understanding of how it works, you can see it, as opposed to reading paragraph after paragraph of non-spell check, non-grammar checked bullshit.
2 pages.
I-
2 pages for the first level.
Three pages total. 3 pages total of this. And it barely made sense. I don't know what the hell's going on with this. This game is not fun. Period. One chair.
Yeah. I played it for 20 minutes, and I can safely say that I'm pretty much done with playing Android ports on PC. I'm done. The difficulty curve turns into an 89-degree upwards ramp at around level 3, and then it just flattens. It just stays right there. It's at that point that the chore curve goes from 0 to 100, and levels simply take longer to complete based on the amount of bullshit that you have to do. They're not hard to figure out. They're really not. It's once you get level 3, you get, so levels are going to start being like this from here on in. All right. And you just do a couple of laps around the level and see, so you do this with that there. I played up until level 10, and after I finally figured out how to do it, I'm like, yeah, I'm done. It's a chore. At this point, with the amount of bullshit you have to do to get through a simple level, it's far too much. It's not good puzzle design. One chair.
So the final score for fun is a butt, aka one chair. And if we tally all this up, and the only reason this gets more than one chair is because of Mix with the Working, because it actually fucking runs. You get 2 chairs. So I gotta throw Bart Simpson's ass dressed as Richard Nixon, because this gets the 2 chair on a technicality insofar as it got weighted fairly highly for Mix with the Working.